I've never been high-key pissed off like that before in my life. Like, for no reason, by the way. Look at everything set up. What are like the key points I want to talk about here? This probably looks like a mess, I'm not gonna lie to myself. I'll write it better. I won't lie this. Find mistake, practice mistake. Is what is just kind of play after this, yeah? That's like the last step. Maybe master and move. Nice M. I'll actually start at excuse me. I'll actually start at 7. A lot of Heart Gold Soul Silver music in this playlist, huh? This is Azalea Town, right? Yep. All right, 7 o'clock hit. We'll turn it down a little bit. All right. So, welcome to the mechanics class for Monday. Hope you're all having a wonderful Monday. It's pretty chilly where I'm where I'm sitting, but that's not gonna stop me from doing my job. So today we're gonna talk about like identifying your mistakes. And there's a couple of key points and like a checklist we go through because mechanics are the easiest to spot in VOD review sessions. Because it's how you move, like mechanics in essence is your body. As long as we remember that as like the baseline of mechanics, it's easier to find because it is your inputs. That is pretty much the entire thing. And inputs are very easy to see because they are what's happening on the screen. There's no subjective form of your inputs. When you press a key, you've pressed a key. There's no like, you might argue, oh, I pressed that key at that same parsec millisecond split decision because I knew that that key could win me the game. And it's like, no. Like maybe, like, but not really. Like you can see when you press that key, the key gets pressed and such and so forth. No worries, no worries. I started 5 minutes early. I change up on a clock real quickly. But yeah, because they're super easy to see. Yeah, I forgot to run the pre-roll. I actually forget. Here, actually, eat. You're gonna eat a minute ad. I'll be back in a minute. Hold on. I'm back. Oops. Well, I just ran like a 60, so oopsie. Well, I forgot I need to do that. I'll remember eventually. It'll be a part of my routine. Don't worry. Imagine I've already, like, I make an entirely new screen and it's completely different in, like, the 60 seconds. That would be mean. That would definitely be mean. It would be funny, though. Would be dramatically funny. Okay. And ad break is done. Alright. Hog you. Okay. You have to wait. Alright. So, now that break is over and people can just join without worry. It's a bad habit. I forget to do things all the time. Alright. So, let's talk actually fixing these because they're super easy to see. It's very easy for you to point out any sort of mechanical mistake because you can physically see it on the screen. So, the first thing we do is to find our mistake. Now, it's important to not find every mistake. You come into this problem where it's like, oh yeah, I'm not doing my movement here right. Oh, my crosshair placement was wrong in this scenario. It should have been like half a centimeter up to the left. Oh, I'm not moving and shooting. Oh, I'm not like I'm not air strafing enough. Like where I move is I'm like kind of jittery, like stutter stepping my like shots. I'm shooting while like inaccurate. It's like, whoa, hold your horses. Because we learned from a recent study conducted by an independent researcher, which is absolutely bogus, that I had to watch it from a YouTube video. Which then means that I wish they published the study because it actually was interesting, is that humans learn slower. Better. That's not the conclusion they came to. It's okay, so over a prolonged period of time, when we slow learn to understand, we get the information a lot faster, we deeply understand and can recall the information a lot easier. Well, we can do the same kind of idea with training. And so if we try to hyper analyze every single little thing, it's like, I have to focus on this, I have to focus on this, I have to focus on this mistake. It's like you will get nowhere because then your practice is just, well, I gotta focus on everything. And you can't. Your brain physically can't. And so when we're trying to improve mechanical skills, we usually want to focus on 1 or 2 aspects at a time to make it reasonable for our brain. And we can only find them through VOD review. Nice try. Any of you thinking you can just play games and notice your mistakes, you won't. I guarantee you, the second you watch your game, it is like an eye-opening, like, earth-shattering experience, because you're like, I'm not like that. Like, in-game, you think you're like that, but out-of-game, it's like, wow, I'm trash. And I do that to myself all the time. I'll watch myself play, and it's like, wow, I'm garbage. Beyond garbage, even. The next step is actually, once we identified it, we have to practice it. Now, what that practice looks like should be tailored to the actual issue we have. Let's say we shoot way too early. Like, we panic shoot, we're in danger, we rush our shots. Okay. Then we want to practice in a controlled environment, let's say death matches or the range, taking our time and slowing down our shots. It's very instrumental that we have focused practice to target that one specific thing. Otherwise, we're going to just struggle actually getting better at the skill. Like, if we don't practice what we're weak at and we stay comfortable, we're not going to get better. There's no reason we won't. It's impossible. And so that's what that is. And how long and how much you practice typically goes to this idea. Is we don't practice to learn and able to perform what we want to learn. The goal of our practice is to make sure we cannot fail the action. Same. I neglect my tracking all the time. Except recently. I've been tracking like a monster. But that's why we practice, and that's why it has to be intentional. If it's not intentional, we're just sitting around moving our cursor and like pressing keys for 30 minutes. You might wonder like, oh, why am I not getting better? You're like, oh, that's weird. Anyway, back to Q ranked, and then once we've learned to not fail with the task, that learns into the master and then move it. So that's the last step, is just mastering the skill. The state of your mastery can be concurrent, which it keeps scaling alongside you, or it can be static, where you've just learned the skill and it doesn't have to improve beyond what your capabilities are right now. And once you've mastered or hit a mastered step, the move part is you move on. You repeat the step. It's a feedback loop. It's a repeating process. It allows you to isolate, practice, perform. Isolate, practice, perform. Isolate, practice, perform. And once that cycle is built, eventually you start noticing, hey, wait a minute, I'm just kind of getting better than everyone here mechanically. That's kind of weird. Why am I getting better than all these guys? It's because you're putting in the reps and you're working on what you're weak at and improving. Anyway, any questions? This is going to be a short class today. There isn't really a whole lot in depth. I mean, you can do an example, but I mean, I could do an example with the VOD I have in mind. There isn't a whole lot. Yeah, you got a question? Or you just ecstatic for your VOD? Because you can actually do this yourself. I personally don't do mechanical focus notes for many players because you could see it yourself. If you see it and you can focus on it yourself during like your non-game practices, you'll get instrumentally better, because I don't have to teach you how to practice. If you need drills to like perform that practice, I got you. But like everyone, you can see it. Isolate just one that comes up more frequently than others is like the big thing when identifying. Yeah, Void, the aim training stuff works, but it's also like movement based as well. Like if you have a movement issue, that's also mechanical. And so I also have drills for movement, believe it or not. Because it's easy, I do also just use their voltaic stuff because they know what they're doing and I don't. And when somebody knows something and I don't, I sit there and listen. All right, there's no questions. We're gonna just move on to a VOD review. True. That's actually what I learned a lot. about my climb to Immortal 3, and then like a lot of things in life is I actually just don't know anything. Or I don't know enough. And so I have to keep getting to know things. Like now I know a good chunk, but I just have to keep knowing. Look at your comp history. Yeah, I'll look at it live on air. Playing a lot of Clove. Yeah, I can tell when you had your Switch. I mean, this is fine. Your sample size is fine. Curious what time these are within hours of each other. Yeah, you just queued right after. Oh, this is a break though. Played this game. 1, took a break. Played 3, happy. Play more. Honestly, just play more consistently is fine. Like these are fine. The 5, if as long as you can stay focused, it's chilling. I would say the days where I freak out, like this honestly looks fine. The days where you don't play is whatever. Like as long as these days are like few and far between, and like these days exist, like the 1s, the 2s to match up, these are good. I'd be happy with that. Like if you're actually like, here's I'll show mine. I'll show mine because mine is actually not healthy for getting better, but I'm not trying to get better right now. So you notice how there's like big gaps because I don't play this game. Look at yours. I will. I have to look at yours. Yeah, well, look at me carrying these guys. Look at me. Look at me carrying them. Look at these high win rates. Look at them just not shooting. No hate, no hate. But hold on. Let me go. Does it show the activity? Yes, okay, it does. There was one act where I was actually playing. Not this one. This is when I quit. This is when I quit. Did I actually wait? What was the act I like hard climbed or hard performed? It was episode 6, act 1. Yeah. Yeah, this looks about right. I would usually take a break on Fridays to recoup and sometimes play on Sundays, but I would play like 5 days a week and rarely have any sort of like breaks in between. Gonna go eat? Of course, of course. Catch you later. But that was like really, this was the most I ever did. Healthy balance, played a lot of games, made sure that I was focused, and I was a beast. Yeah. I should remember you. Currently unranked. No, there's another account. You have another one? Oh, do you play with it on this account? At least? I don't think so, yeah. Gross. Whatever. Wow, wait, these numbers are really low. Are some of these me? Yeah. Do I care? No. Not my fault. That's very interesting. Okay. Yeah, we sell blocks we're not playing. Oh, 8 games. Good night. Great Scott. No way you're focused. Also very unlikely that you're going to be completing the notes I gave you. Like, almost guaranteed. Because let me pull up your old notes. Okay, when we start our attack, we start in positions that allow us to fight for important map space. If we get a call to go to a zone we don't want to fight for, just go there anyway. Yeah, because we don't want to think. That's good. After 5 rounds, I want you to start identifying weaknesses in the defense and position yourself to punish it. True. That's a good note. I like that. Defense. Same kind of theory applies. We want to position strong areas of the map that allow us to rotate and be a part of the action. Typically towards mid on most maps. There are exceptions, but for the most part, we start there. 5 rounds, figure out where the enemy's tendencies and where they go and position to fight them effectively. I worded that in a way that's kind of hard to, like, concrete. You kind of have to think. That might be a little tough. General, please watch pro Jets play and take notes on where they position. If they do something weird, try to rationalize why they would take a different or unusual position. All right. I don't think you have this. I think you might have started this, but I don't think you've mastered this yet. Let's start. You've been watching. I hope your notes are good. Okay, I don't care about pre-round. Not my fault. Oh, wait, this is ISO VOD. You watching Jet VODs? Oh, wait, this is also... Wait. I gotta think about this. Jet and Raze? Why the... You bring me an ISO VOD? And ISO. ISO doesn't fit your... Like, the playstyle of the... Like, he is a duelist, but he's more of, like, a sentinel duelist than, like, a space maker. Like, your Jet and your Raze. Raze more specifically, and Jet a little less specifically. So it's kind of interesting that you chose to play ISO. ISO feels like quite literally the opposite of what you want. You didn't get a good VOD. Well, that's also a problem, right? Yeah, because this is gonna be dramatically different. Like you position dramatically different than like you would with a like your notes will be different comparatively to the agent. They might still apply, but I definitely don't think that like you don't want to force a VOD, by the way, Tariq. If you don't get a good game that encapsulates you at your peak, demonstrating that you've mastered what I've asked you to master, I would in the future not submit it. I'll review now just to give you a good idea. But we'll see. I'm kind of worried. I'm down for showers. There was a Jet on your squad, so you might feel that guy's trolling you. Yo. Okay.
Just smoke me off elbow. TP'd on site.
Okay, your boys got you. I don't think you'll find action here this round. Yeah, I don't think you... Will you even get a fight? You will. Alright, let's see. One elbow. You know one's window? No, you know one's elbow. Okay. Yup. Nope, still elbow. Has to be. Okay. Okay. Okay with that. Alright, is this gonna be the same thing where you just go showers every round? Which, of course, is good. I'm down. I'm actually down for showers control. This is something that Fades like to do. This is something ISO like to do. This is something Reyna's like to do. So I'm not mad with this position in fighting. Who'd you watch? You watch Cryo? You bought a Bulldogs. You probably watched Cryo.
Are they out yet?
Oh. Ah, little cameo. Yeah, I also taught this guy to go showers. Oh, okay. You had a little help there.
You're my TP backside.
What the? All right, got him, dude.
Still in hookah.
You actually shouldn't be like doing this though. This is a mistake. Whenever you're in a position where you have weapon advantage and they do not, you don't want to be isolated in an area where like weird things can happen to you, because you open up the map for the enemy team, you give them a gun, and then like chances still are low. Like, don't get me wrong, like a 4v2 is still hardcore winning. Like, you are definitely winning that, or usually winning that, but it puts unnecessary variables into the round. And so in this situation, I would totally be down for you if you're worried for Lurk to watch like an angle like this, because then you can also, like, from this position, we can fast rotate if they really are just committing to B. Plus, you like remove their play if they walk down A, right? Like, you're covering for it. And if you die deep sight, it's a little awkward, but like, yeah, huge. You learned your lesson. Good, let's go. Don't TP though. Don't TP. Oh, nerd. Not even nerd, actually. I just think that this is a mistake. Yeah. I'm down. Like, everything you like, it's another one of those variables where we didn't even have to do it. And if we are gonna do it, please pop your shield. But you're not getting cooked yet. Yeah, he doesn't know. So I actually have to make a note for Angelic. He wants to throw the eye out here so it scans deeper, or out here. One of the two. Not this close one, because people can tuck it very easily. You might get burned on that. Not yet, but you might.
He just smoked lamps.
Shield. I'm also surprised you haven't been grabbing this orb. Like, this is historically a free orb if you clear main like that. Like, if you walk out and clear this.
On it.
Holy moly. All right. So this is where you learn mechanically. This is how you learn these, which is a perfect segue. You always watch it like half speed so you can see it. Let's watch like the actual fight itself.
I'm full blind.
Right? So first thing we notice, I'm not gonna point out, I'm gonna point out everything, but I want you to pick one. So we shot right here. Right? Like, our crosshair is not on him. You know, you can probably attest this is not on the guy. Like, you can tell me that this crosshair is not right here. So we're shooting a little too fast. Of course, the next frame, it gets over. And then I'm down that you missed it, right? Yeah, but notice how there's like an error graph here. You were moving while attempting to take this fight. That's another thing I would like pull aside. It's like, okay, did I actually stop before I shot him for perfect accuracy? Before I committed to the spray, because the spray looked good, but it was just the initial set of bullets felt really awkward. I would keep an eye on that for the rest of your fights, just to see which one is correct or not. Your boys have you? No. Okay, you're going showers again? Yeah, you guys are kind of trolling a little bit. Okay. You would look at that fight too, but I'm not going to. I personally think your technique in that fight, same kind of issue. Notice how there's this blue line. Shows that we're not like accurate. So that's something I would keep in mind. It looks like you don't stop on beat, which can be like a couple different problems. It can be like your arms are disconnected from each other. So like when you do an input with WASD, it like causes your arm to be suboptimal, or it'll be like you stop thinking about it and it's just like it doesn't react, or it's like a slow react. And the inverse is true. Like when you're actively aiming, then like these keys are not synced. So like you're pressing keys and you're shooting before it's ready. That's one like potential problem that comes with this. It's a lot easier if you see it more than once.
Spike planted.
Reload underwall. Well said.
My ult is no distraction.
Got him.
Coming out. Shower.
We happy?
Contract complete.
You have no like ears, man. They said one coming out showers. One showers. Whenever you're in this position where you're up numbers and someone gives you a call, you need to give yourself like 1 second and breathe. And then you can make your decision. There's no A in breathe. Except there is. Haha. Anyway. But yeah, you just give yourself a second. Pause. Assess the situation. Assess the information you got. Then you make your decision. Then you peek this guy with intention, you kill him. Right? Because when you peeked out here, notice how like...
One on me. One on me.
Contract.
Because he said that before you even came up. But you're full sprinting out, thinking you're invincible. This guy sits you down, right? You're nowhere near ready for this fight.
Standing.
Yeah, and you lose a round.
Try.
It's actually your fault. Despite the fact that you killed 3. That round's your fault, which is annoying.
Where are you?
Making sound B.
Good on you. You're a good player. Thank you for holding that.
2A main.
2A main. It is awkward. I wouldn't show that we came back here. Because you have showers. Or you had showers. Tough.
Too long.
This is when I would consider the flank, by the way. This is like, we have economic... It's just the inverse of the previous scenario, where we have economic disadvantage. And they have more. So it's like, okay, we should flank and see what their flank trips are. Or what their, like, processes for flanking is. Because I wouldn't TP here, because that's like...
Spike
Backside
planted.
50.
It's like you don't have immediate stopping power, right? Like when you come out window. Like, not... Well, you just drop the guy. But it's like really awkward to come out of window. When you TP like that. Because it's not like you're... Like you add pressure, right? So if they're starting the retake, that's fine. But it looks like they were still setting. Let me check the minimap to see if they were just chilling. Right? So they were looking... They're just chilling, right? They dash across. They're getting set up. Then because they're getting set up, this TP is like too fast.
50.
Yeah.
I'm fucking screwed.
Of course you kill one, but like, eh. Your boys all have you. All right, round 5. This is where you have to start thinking. This is like, okay, where are these guys statistically going? What are they doing? And so what we found is they actually really don't care about showers, right? And so leaving him showers alone is actually perfect. They honestly really care about long and A short. And so if we're in one of these two positions, I'm happy. Because we need to contest one or the other.
Placing alarm bot.
I'll ult for retake.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
Let's go. This guy's thinking.
Ulting A, coming A. I think showers, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I would TP here.
I got
Yeah.
sun.
Okay, your boy kind of trolled you a bit, but you know what's... No one showers. No one was showers. It's what we got. Yeah, they're sitting here while their team's here. I honestly would not, like... I personally would die to this guy as well. Because I'm thinking, showers is clear. They just full set A. Like, they're coming out A. Like, there's 3 people on site. There's no way 2 people are holding me. Right? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Of course, like, in high elo, you want to take showers anyway. So having a late lurker, I would have expected 1, but 2 is crazy. And you definitely, like, I don't think you died because of the second guy, but like you were definitely not killing either of these two. For sure. Like, I would not expect that. Maybe a higher level I would, because it's always strong to put like a guy here off a TP, you peek or walk up while you're hitting A. So get rolled. Unfortunate. So now there's a couple, like, still I would just be like looking to go short. I would go, yep, we're going short. Let's go.
Destabilize.
This is awkward though.
B.
I'm down. I think we're on economic disadvantage. I'm down. Just walk it.
Long.
They don't fake. We hear a couple of them up here. And because we know they don't fake, you honestly should just break the trips. Right? Because they're not holding you. Right? These guys aren't. Yeah, see what these trips are. These bad? These are awful trips, by the way. Are you kidding me? Where are the trips? Wait, where are the trips? Where are the trips?
Push him up. Push him towards Hookah.
Okay, so there's probably a trip right next to this jet. No, because the jet stopped. There's no reason for this jet to stop when they're attempting to, like, hit. So it's likely there's a trip right here. And they're trying not to trigger it. Which is good on them. But there was no trip for long.
Let's do hookah
Jet
still.
push Hookah.
Yeah. Yup.
I
One more,
know
one more.
exactly where you are.
Planting out.
Spike planted.
I mean, yeah. Run to this guy. Run this guy down. Yeah, run this guy down. No reason he should be going lamps, yeah. This is over. Free round, free round. We take our free rounds. Okay, you going showers is a bit of a troll, right? Because, like, when they go showers, they're out here. Like, they haven't been attempting to fight for this space or take this space from you. Like, you're holding this space for free. And because of that, there's no reason for you to contest this space when your Fade can just hold it by, like, himself. And so I really do think you should be somewhere, like, looking short. Like, whether or not, I mean, looking at their ults, you can still play lamps area. You could play, like, some weird kooky angle here as well. It's fine. Not a big deal. I would just pick one. But you coming over here is redundant. Like, you don't need to be here. This guy's also, like, I'm going to fix that with him.
Help me on site.
Show me a target.
Yep, 3, 2, 1. Fight with your boy. Yeah, fight this guy.
Running out.
Easy. This round's over. Like, this guy killed 3. Like, you helped, but honestly, Angelic killed 3.
I broke his drone. He just ran back. I'm in safe.
Reloading.
Main cipher.
Yeah.
I called TP or what?
Fucking hookah.
Down.
Round's over.
Sounds good.
Sending too many showers every time.
Same thing, showers. It's like, we're committing so many resources for space that they're honestly not taking. Like, that was the first round they, like, took shower space. And they didn't even get past this line.
Where are you?
Like, if I'm the enemy team, I am looking for this fight. Because this fight's great. Like, look, there's nobody here. There's nobody here. What's our impact? I mean, we got information, which is cool. But that's what our Fade should be doing for free anyway. Like, okay, if your Fade wasn't doing this, like, trash eye, like, your play makes no sense. Like, even your fast flank, you're fast flanking against a Cypher. Who also doesn't trip, though. So it's like, put your hands up and you're like, what is going on here? What, like, they're making so many mistakes as the enemy, and we're falling. Yeah, that's why the earlier eye is trash. Okay. You did get caught by the lurker. Oopsie. All right, well, this guy knows how to position to bait you. I think he's read that, like, someone pushes showers. Get rolled, dude. And now you're kind of you're in creek, right? This is kind of tough because now, like, now this has to be recontested. He'll likely use a dog. This could just be a split. This could also be a cancel to go B. There's so many options that the enemy team now has. I think you lose the round. Yeah, you lose. I'm some sort of oracle. You actually made it. Made it hard for him. Yes, go short, please. I don't know why you guys fight this, though. fighting this early is kind of like hard. Like if you have the hot hands, like this is an ego play that works when you're better than your opponent. Cause I'm down. These like fights are like not great, but like if you're better, just take them. Cause like they're awkward for both teams. But like you're losing. Like these guys can clearly shoot back. It's like we can just hold this space without showing. Cause what do they have? They don't have a drone. No, they do. They actually do have a drone. I'm actually blind. They have a drone, one molly. It's like they can't really shove you out. Like, yeah, there's a couple of flashes, but if you play like over here, it's like you can dodge that and life's chilling. It's like, what's like the cancel action?
Someone's here. Could be a lurk.
Yeah, this would be awkward. I wouldn't walk this up. I'm curious if they flash you and force your team to cover for you. I'm surprised you didn't ult that guy, by the way. I really am. I'm super surprised. Why are we leaving? Why are we leaving? What? Why are we leaving? Oh, they cut noise. Oh, boys, they cut noise. Like, there's no one showers, no one long. If they're all walking window, we take those. Stay here. What are we leaving for? Okay, well, okay, once that kill happens, then you can do this walk. Then you can do it, right? It was like they started A and you noted that they don't like the fake. But it's fine. You kind of you fell into a good rotation timing. But come out.
Yeah.
Please.
2 TP.
You got, yeah, you kind of got baited by this dude dying long. Because I would rotate there too. Like, they killed me long. And it's like, that's awkward.
Focusing. No distractions.
Spike planted.
Oh, they got the plant down. That's annoying.
Seconds.
Oh, well. Ooh. Yeah, watch that fight slowly. I'm not going to. Window? Why are we starting window? You have like 2 spots you should be contesting. Because these are where the enemy is always going. And like actually fighting for. Like these are the spots they're actually fighting for. Why are we going window? You are going to get hurt.
Who's next?
Don't back out. Don't back out.
They're going B. Boys. Wow. Yeah, you found your way into like a beautiful spot. Oh my, you fell backwards into a beautiful spot. That's crazy. They actually canceled a hit. What? They canceled a hit and walked right into you. Well played. Good shots though. Good shots.
That's my job.
Good. Bias is not kicking in. Yes, go long. Fight long. Please. Yes. You can take the space early. Come on. What are you afraid of? Fight long. What is this? We don't care about window. Window is covered. There's 2 people covering it. They do not have view long. Please. Fight long. Please. For the love of all that is holy. We don't care. If all 5 fly out a window, lose. I don't care. It's not important space. Please.
Omen is there.
You aren't like. Oh. Oh, wow. Got him. Just better.
No distractions.
Could be in that cubby, but that's the only thing like left.
One
Yeah,
enemy
not cup.
remaining.
Cool. Won the round. All right, so yeah, you found bind, which is kind of awkward because their rotations work completely different in this map because there's no mid. And because there's no mid, there has to be a gimmick, and the gimmick is teleports. Which coincidentally is where you were like gonna fight for. That allow you to get active on the map. But yeah. There's only a couple rounds where I think you incorrectly assumed something. But you got rewarded with like a bunch of value. Like this walk B main immediately screamed to me like good recognition to an extent, but it wasn't something that like you were meant to do, right? Because you're ISO. You're like you're the gunfight guy. You're the guy who's supposed to stop them from taking whatever space they want. Yeah? Because you're the shield guy. You're the shield man. That's like your whole thing. Your whole shtick is that like, oh, you come in here, let's fight. Let's brawl, bro. Let's go. Fight me. And you kill everyone. But this is a play that like a lurker would find because there's no one holding B and their trips are trash. So I think like most part you did good because honestly I think you identifying like your first 5 rounds are good because you fought for showers and fighting for showers is generally good. Fighting for long is also good. Both of those answers would have been fine. And then like then shifting to like these two instead of showers because they don't really take it. Like if there's lurkers, that's not your fight. That's not what your agent wants to do. Your agent doesn't want to put down lurkers. Your agent wants to like be in the thick of it, be in the brunt.
Let's send 3 long.
Let's see. They called 3 long. What in God's name? That's a real TP. Someone really TP'd there. They really... Okay, by the way, I know what this Yoru's doing. This Yoru spent however many creds clone is. A TP, however many credits that is. Or it's the free ability, I think, right? Yeah. So, free ability. Not in TP, by the way, anymore. Like, the 2 sounds came. This guy used everything in his arsenal. And he TP's out. Or actually fights. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not free. 100 for the second one, but that was probably the first one, which is free.
Yeah, he got hit like 50 maybe.
What in God's name? Yep. You go in.
Oh no, still in there, still in there.
What? Scale. Scale. Scale, you absolute.
One's still on TP.
Just go inside, just go inside.
Holy okay, you were kind of lost. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right. So. Okay, well, we'll talk about we might have to talk about post plant positioning. Once you get on a site, we'll see if this becomes an issue where you don't know where to stand. But you kind of get the gist of like your movement pattern, right? So you came back here, which is a totally fine spot to stay, by the way. Like if you just tucked back site like over here, life's good. That's a good position. I'm actually down for that. Let's say your next position is like, what's our goal? Like if we walk out in the open here, like what do we get? Disregard the fact that like this guy is elbow and elbow smoke has disappeared. Like let's disregard that. Like where are we going for? Right? Like if we come out in the open, what's the point? So like the point is not good because we don't want to stand here. Like, this is an area where I just want to be out of, right? Because there's so many threats. Like, let's say they peek here off timing. We're, like, right here. There's a chance I die. Same with the elbow. Like, of course, we die from elbow, so it's, like, whatever. But it's, like, we can settle into this, like, this position over here. We could have settled at any other point. I'm down for you not to settle early. Like, I'm down for you to get a deeper position. And then, like, these guys settle. Like, if this guy, whoever was, like, 3rd in line, settles, like, here or something. I think life is chilling, like in Cubby.
Just go inside, just go inside.
Yeah, and you get caught by this guy.
Elbow.
One enemy remaining. I got the spike down B.
Okay, these guys have no ears. Who win the round? Respectable. I assume they called A split. What's up, Angelic? I'm gonna actually fix the... I know this isn't your VOD review, but I'm gonna fix an eye you've been doing incorrectly. So stick around. Life's good. No. Oh my lord, that dude. That is not your job, by the way. That is not your job. This is your job, right? You're first in line. The TP person can't see you. You have 4 people behind you. That is not your job. Your job is if this Sage re-swings, you lay them down. What is this? Insecure? Right, because, like, if this guy peeks, like, let's say he ran away to fake the run back, and then he comes back and peeks you. and then off the TP, he swings you, you die. Like this is not your job. There is 3 people looking at him already. Like, you don't need to be here. Your bullet wasn't what caused this guy to die, right? Like, that dude was dead to rights. And we want to minimize, like, any sort of threat that could happen. Because if this guy swings, kills you, it's like, uh-oh. That's a gun down. That's annoying, right? Because we want to minimize, like, the damage done to us this round so that we can be competitive in the next one. And you have a Guardian. Like, you bought a big boy weapon.
So that's lambs.
That's crazy that the Sage got so afraid, ran away, probably to backside. I guarantee you the Sage is either here or here because they're afraid. That's insane, though. I do not think anyone is here.
Hey, mate, in this.
Okay, Sage actually did a cool thing where they got out of your hair and then went here and tried to play like... Okay, it's cool, but it's cowardly. You know, because they didn't even attempt to fight for this space. They just gave it up immediately and were like, okay, I'm going to try to take a significantly easier fight. Which is like, I'm going to play in a smoke where I have an advantage. And I'm not going to take a fight unless I have an advantage. Because that, dead for free. Okay.
Oh, wait, in the.
Let's see if you struggle. Because I do think you struggle with this. Good. I'm happy. And drop that guy. Yeah, you might have an issue. I think if like this positioning thing isn't like the main issue, which I still think it's an issue. It's just probably not the main one anymore. We're gonna have to talk about post plant for this one, specifically on attack, which is still a positional thing. But hey, we call take long, come back A through TP, take A. I'm down. Makes sense to me. Okay, you call contact, bet. Yep. They old. It's chilling. We do not grab ult. We just keep walking. Just keep walking. It's fine. No threat. No threat. Life's good. You honestly, if you're really cool because you heard this TP weird stuff, is honestly try to look to come out deep. This is something like lurkers, like you're not confident enough to do yet, but like if you do, you'll find so many more rounds where you just walk out for free and you get deep. Like this Clove is afraid, right? Look at this Clove trying to put like smokes up when like we're disadvantaged, right? This is a 2v something. We have no information. We walked this. They don't know we're here, so that's like even. And our team is scouted here, so they shouldn't be a lot here. Like at most, maybe 1 or 2. So this guy's insecure. He's gonna smoke off areas that like you don't need. Yeah, I had a feeling this guy was going to do some trash smoke. Yeah, okay, smoking here does nothing. Smoking here is good, but there's no one going to be heaven, right? Because, like, if they're going to be anywhere with, like, contact spotted B, they're going to be here, not on this side. They're going to be here because they want to rotate, but hold space. Or they should, right? Okay, well, the Cypher can be just backside. Yep. Right where I thought it.
Triple.
Yeah, run this guy down. Bailiff, whack. Alright, well.
Heaven as well.
I personally think you guys could have walked that. But you know what they say. Yeah, you guys probably don't win this. Thank you for the hydrate. I will try not to dehydrate. Okay, wait. What is this? 15. This is round 3, right? Yeah, this is round 3. They got 2 more rounds to figure out what their site holds are. We've identified that their 2 pistol rounds gave us like no information because their Cypher came A anyway. So does this Cypher like to change up their setups, or because if that's the case, you then know that the Cypher is a weak player because good Cypher players have like 2 setups max. Because that's all like your brain can hold. That's the same kind of reason for like any sort of Sentinel player. Like if you have 12 setups, I just know you're trash. Like I know you're garbage at the game. But if you have like 2 setups, maybe like 2 setups per site, should you like know the agent pretty well. And then like you're just adjustable with your utility, that's a tough player. That's somebody who can like kick your keister. But we're identifying like whether or not this guy like rotates a lot. Okay, Sova darts from backside. Interesting. They're chilling. You're chilling. They only spotted one.
Maybe from B to A.
You can honestly speed here. I mean, it looks like a default to some degree. There should be some early space taking prowess on one of the extremities in a default. Just because like it's easier to fight for and doesn't immediately try to bum you into sights. So it's like you here is like weird because like you should be like in one of these zones fighting for space. Because look how like
Sage walled her.
you just jump spotting and it's like, yeah, you got it. But like anyone can do that, right? Yeah, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do anything crazy here. Like, you don't have showers. Like, your person, like, this side hasn't done anything. So you can't do anything. You've already crossed the line where you shouldn't be doing things. Because now there's a disconnect, right? Like, there's this huge disconnect where the players that can come out and you can come out, it's so much farther, right? Like, they have to get up here and then get here to, like, exec. You can go right now. You're ready. You can't. Like, you have to chill here. If you go out, you lose. Yep. Good. Thank God you got Cypher tagged. That put the fear of God in you. They're so afraid. Why are they so afraid? I mean, I get it. Like, I would just use the ISO to take showers, but why are they so afraid? Like, Fade and ISO should be showers.
Okay,
For sure. Actually, wait. I'm gonna hit Angelic with a little bit of cold, hard fusion. Why in God's green earth are you here? We did a VOD review just like, what, a week ago that told you to come here every run and just take showers, whether that's by yourself or not. You forgot? Ah, that's a... Alright. So you guys pivot. This is kind of awkward. This is gonna be an awkward hit. Dude, can you guys stop doing this, please? Can you stop doing this? Who was last in line? Who was last in line? Hold on, I gotta see how this rotation happened. Okay, I think that it's a Clove's fault. Clove has to come this way so that the jet doesn't get isolated. He won't know that. Because it's the same thing's happening, just on the other site. Like, and this should feel worse because you've given them time to do like any sort of setup or whatever. Like, this should be awkward. Like, you don't have window control, which is awkward as can be, right? You find one backside. Dude. Yeah, you die from the person that, like, you should have died from. Holy moly. Does this guy get two? Like, this Sage should kill two here. So this is like a very, he might even get three. Yeah, he doesn't kill the third. Third time's the charm. We got him on the third take. But that's why you, like, when you hit a site, you ideally want both of these. Unless you have a brim and you can, like, smoke this off. But, like, you don't have a brim. My guesses? And all those are reads, friend. Those are my reads. Because I've seen the patterns happen so many times. But sometimes my read is wrong. Don't get me wrong. This guy being, like, two people being outside of showers when I tell you to TP, hey, I read that and it's just like, okay. Okay. Whatever. I can't read that. That's tough. Hey, why are you two of you lurking outside showers? What are you doing? But sometimes I can see, like, the patterns here are like you're entering from one of the chokes when this one is not clear and it's a solo jet who's trying to bait and, like, take an advantageous fight. Like, you're definitely going to lose to this guy, whoever's playing in there.
Down B.
You might even just win this round too, which is annoying. Ah, you didn't. Okay, no, you did not. Whoever said they threw it, you did not. I mean, kind of, but your whole team kind of threw that. Let's go! We're going to take showers. Let's go. Let's go. This is good positioning. This is good. This guy didn't peek? What? You're not dead? Also, what is this split? Stop. What is this? What are these 4-1 splits? What? You guys might lose the round if they push up A, man. This guy still didn't peek? He has 2 perfect pop flashes that catch all of you, by the way, and he doesn't peek? What is the fear? Someone put the fear of God in your heart. You should take showers control? Yeah, you should. You don't need 4 people to do it. How many do you realistically need to take showers control? The answer is like 2 or 3. Against this team, 2. Right? Because they're not contesting showers. Like, this guy pop flashed twice, didn't swing, backed off, shot 2 bullets and left. Like, you got showers basically for free. Actually, you got it for more than free. Because they spent utility not contesting it. They just threw it. Because they just wanted to have fun. Look at this. You're probably going to kill this guy because he's, like, not good. Watch this. Look, he's so afraid. Okay, he actually still cooks you. Oopsie. Get wrecked. Your KJ's a trooper, by the way. Your KJ just made magic happen. This guy solo pushed short as a KJ with these smokes. Can't get covered from this position. Kills this guy. Fights this guy. He doesn't get traded. You guys are still showers. It's like, what more does this guy need to do? You put him in an impossible situation. Wow, holy moly, you actually... This guy killed 3. This guy killed 3 this round. No actual way. That guy killed 3. Bro, that's tragic. That's so tragic. They short. You lurking? I assume you're lurking. I'm just gonna assume you're lurking this spot.
130 stage.
Walk up. No fear. Literally no fear. Oh, Cam. Hmm. These are so trash. You actually... You might kill this guy. You do kill this guy. Cool. I'm down for that walk too. Wow, you're... Oh, you win that round. Stolen. Short. No. Is this a 5-man call to go short through window? Oh, God.
Yeah.
I think so. God, I don't need 5 people to play anti-flash, man. You should honestly just be, like, running along with another boy. I understand I'm putting matters into my own hands. Like, I'll kill this guy in particular. This is peculiar. No, this can't be go. Stop throwing utility like it's gonna go. There's no way you're getting out of this. There's no way. If you go out of this, you're dying to one of 3 targets. You're dying to this guy tucked here. You're dying to this guy tucked here. Or you're dying to this guy, like, fighting for long. Like, you're dead to one of these players if you jump out right now. I hope you don't jump. Please don't jump. You better not jump. This is, like, this is kind of okay. But, like, that's super breakable. That's why that ult is kind of worse in comparison. Because that's super spammable. Are they not going to spam this? They just let you off site. They just let you off site. Okay, they just let you off site. Okay. They just let you off site. Okay.
One elbow.
Cam down. Elbow's a good position. Oh. Oh. You're gonna have to watch, like... Look at your gunfights and slow them down.
One elbow.
I'm going to for this one, because I'm curious what happened here. Like, oh, we peeked out, and it was on their head. that's tragic. That's so tragic. But we were married to the idea that we have to like aim as well, and so there's a little bit of jitter to the left. Oh, that's tragic. Yeah. And this guy has good movement. I honestly would not be mad at you. Like, for this fight. I was curious to see what happened, but this dude literally sidestepped every single bullet you got. Like, he just turned into Neo and killed you. Not a big deal. This is a fine death. I wouldn't be mad. I would be, like, kicking myself for losing this fight, but I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, oh.
One elbow, one elbow.
4v5 is actually still mega winnable in this scenario. I honestly think you can win this. You have so many tools at your disposal, like Fatal. You have like good positions, relatively. Your Fade's kind of in Timbuktu,
One backside.
but it worked out. Yeah. Yeah. See, yeah, this is still a good find. Like, your fight didn't like lose this game for sure. It wouldn't have been like the deal end, like the end breaker. Or the deal breaker, rather. Yes, you're going long. Let's go. I love seeing long. Please go long. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. If you're gonna do this play, which I'm totally down for, if you throw this wall adjacent, travel to the right side and look left. Because you clear left first, and then the angle opens up, then you look right. I'll show when. So here you would literally just be looking left. Like if this traveled like at the same path. Like if it traveled along the wall and didn't like do this weird thing where it's kind of going this way. Then you would just hug this right wall, look left. And because you're exposing left first, right? Like you expose to this last if you hug this. You look here. And then you can clear both without like incurring a lot of risk. Because this was pretty risky, right? Like you opened yourself up to 2 angles here. We didn't really have to. Hey, let's go in. Let's go. I'm down for you to go elbow. This is a fun position. I'm happy. Dead. Let's go. You chill here.
Are we able to get on site?
You do not push past this zone. This is greedy. You're fortunately. Thank God this guy's watching somebody theoretically peeking out of the smoke. Oh my God. Thank God.
Omen's gone.
Like you should, and you definitely don't repeat this. All eyes are on you. There's 3 people looking at you. If you repeat, you're throwing. Oh, there's 2 eyes. 2 eyes, but still. Yeah, I'd fight with your Jet, though. Your Jet does something dumb, I'll let you be dumb.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, no, your whole team's dumb. Go be dumb with them. That's fine. Yeah, go kill. Long, let's go. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Did you fix it? Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, there's a stinger in who's
Traded? Thank you. Yeah, well, you went and got traded. Let's go. That guy's a fool. Okay. Let's see. Showers. Yippee.
Who's next?
Ignore this. Please, God, ignore this. Just ignore this. You heard this wall. You see him here. There's no way it's this wall. You're clearly walked off. Just keep going showers. Not your job. If they die to this stage, not your job. Right? Your intention is to take showers. Right? Because you're walled off.
He's on that.
Yes.
on me for a second.
Close flush.
Show me a target. No distraction.
I don't like this. I think we hit B.
I'm done.
Yeah, I still got one.
Oh, you're so cooked. Never mind. You're good. You're better.
Well fought.
One dies. Watch me when I.
That turret's kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie. Now you can turn flank. I'm actually down. So let me see what your position's gonna be. But you shouldn't be here.
Omen blinded CT.
I know exactly where
80 Cypher.
Yeah, you're like kind of moving between positions way too much. Like you're trying to do everything. I'll let it play out. I think this is the last round. I'll let it play out. This should be the last round. Sort of.
Cypher, 40 on them.
destabilizing. Stopping fire.
Just kind of just used everything out of him.
Last player
Oh, you get
standing.
cooked.
One
Just kidding.
enemy remaining.
Just know that your initial position was fine. Like your initial position short was fine. Like you holding flank, fine. You playing here, fine. It's just whenever you're trying to like you're trying to get too active in your post plant. Like you're trying to deviate from the position that was already strong to try to be with your squad, which sometimes is okay, but most of the time it's just fine in your post plant to stick to your spot and then play off your squad from there, right? Because in this position, you literally can just, you can stand here, or you pick one, and you can fight off your killjoy. Your killjoy's here, yeah? Like they have this cross, you have this cross, and like you can trade each other very effectively. Instead, like you come out here, make a lot of noise in the 2v2, and this guy capitalized very quickly. Like killed you with a classic, which is insane. Okay, you go long, I'm down. Fight for long space early. I kind of, if you're gonna play ISO, I would use one of these super early on this angle. Like I would actually just throw one like this, or not. The line should look a lot better, but it would kind of look on the map. It'd be like this. Like I would throw one super early and super quickly to make it awkward for them to go or to push them off the angle. Like especially since we're making noise, should just use this, right? Because it's our space creator tool. Like this seems like it's our space creator tool, but it's actually our scaling tool, right? Like we're supposed to scale with this. And so what would make sense, like when we're attempting to take space, is like a vulnerable, and then we pop this, and now they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because you would scale up to the wall, clear left, then you'd pop back, clear right, and then you have long.
Fire.
One is left side hook, I think.
Get left side hookah.
Yeah, you were dead to that guy playing TP. Like you should die to this guy. Because look at that clear, right?
Left side hook, I think.
Look how awkward this is, because you peek out, you clear, you like, fight this guy,
Get left.
and you look at TP. And if there's someone there, you died. For sure. 100%, right? Does this go OT? No way.
I guess smoke for you inside.
Oh, that ult is trash.
Well done.
That ult is so bad. It's so easily shootable. I mean, it's good if you guys are just gonna scale off of it. Like you're stopping them from going in.
One in elbow, one in elbow.
Oh yeah, expect them in this cubby, yeah, because they have to be here. That you made a step. Please don't die for it. Do you die for that step? Because you didn't make a step, and it's like pretty obvious you're coming elbow. So if this guy like peeks you like with intention, you should die.
One TP. My intuition is usually pretty on par, which allows me to have oracle moments like that. It's like I can see the future, but truth be told, I have a good sense for this stuff. What's up, Bangin?
142 so elbow.
You guys could still theoretically win this. Like, bombs down. Pattern recognition. Yeah, what did I say? Because I probably said something silly then. But, like, this is still super winnable for you guys.
Right here.
Like, a 2v3 is not,
Placing swamp grenade.
untenable. Oh, what I said was fine. Okay. Played off contact. Unswung. 2v1. Life's good. This guy is so dead. Yep. This guy's dead too. Yep. Also, pattern recognition. True, true. Alright, but that's the game. That's the end of the game. So, I'm actually down, because you were definitely thinking now, right? Like, you're thinking more on, like, what our starting position for A is going to be. A lot of the time, it is just kind of following the call. Like, if you call, I want to go, like, B or A, it's like, you want to fight for the space that they're contesting more. Unfortunately, in this game, they really didn't contest space. It's kind of awkward. And when they did, it was usually like a 1-for-1, which is really bad for the defenders. Like, astronomically horrible. Right? Because then, like, you give up positioning, map control, and, like, there's still 4 players barreling towards you, and if even they go 1-for-1, bomb down, that's basically 3v2, and you're losing. So it's kind of awkward that they were just like, when you would like die to like players contesting space, it was just like, we were kind of doing it weird, but it was in a, like, they would contest in a way that was easily tradable, which is kind of silly. So I don't think this game was like the best I would say, demonstration that you mastered it because your opponents were not doing the thing that you struggle with. Because when you took the space, you got it for free. You almost always got that for free. A couple of the rounds was just like you were contested from the Yoru a lot in these extremities, and sometimes he would just burn all of his utility and run away, or he would just like he might kill you, but then you would die immediately, and that's just winning for you. Like they would just take such interesting and terrible fights. On defense, I was actually pretty impressed. I think there was only like 2 times where you deviated from where I think the enemy was attempting to hit a lot, or what space they liked the most. And you're never going to be 100% correct, which is why it was only 2 out of like the 10 rounds. I like that. Now let's start talking post plant positioning, because we did struggle with that. You notice like every time we tried to get set in a post plant, that wasn't when you weren't playing elbow, which I will reiterate because I'm evil. You actually lost, I think, every fight you took elbow except for 1. But this seems like a comfortable spot to get in. So like if you ever find yourself getting into this spot, you're chilling. But it's just like whenever you can't get into this spot where it's like you honestly shouldn't be like getting here by yourself anyway, because it's really like defenders love to be here, and these fights are decently okay for the defenders. And so whenever you're scaling, duelists tend to do this a lot. So I'll say, because you're the space taker and space maker, these are the area, like you typically find yourself playing in like these forward positions. So like, and of course that's not true every time. Like there was an example, a short, where you're still short because you like did a contest lobby, you came here, it's like, wait a minute, they could be flanking. You check flank because the Omen TP and the Omen blind seemed a little sussy baka. So you check that, just fine. Come over here and check it. And then you're in this position, you just chill. Like you have this position, you stay, and life's good. But you had this like tendency to come this way. And then like come back, and then you go back out, and it's just like you're not allowing your position to ripen and give yourself a better fight, right? Because like in the post plant, the enemy is like taking the role of the attackers, and you just want to hold a strong position. And so if we give up our strong position because of a momentary like lack of judgment, usually we lose. Because right, this space sucks to fight in versus this space. Like this space has tons of cover, elevation to fight short with. You have like, you can spam the bomb, you can do a lot of stuff. Like these fights are good for you. And then for like B, you going deep, you should stay deep. Right? If you find yourself getting backside B, just stay backside B. This position is totally fine. If your team asks to like fight elbow, or they ask to like fight CT, because like you hold CT if they come out, it's like really strong here. You can also like play around this tube if you want. You can also try to get on top of this box if you're feeling frisky. This angle's pretty nice. But it's just like, we've committed to this area. I would like to play in it in some way, shape, or form. And if there's like 3 people already here, and you're right here, you just come back garden or come like cubby. And now it's just like, all right, let's pick a spot to hold, right? Let's say I'm holding elbow, or I'm checking long, and maybe like cutting back and holding this angle. You know, it's just like, we want to stick to an area where we don't have to contest more space that's already been contested and clear, right? Because they don't need us. If they needed, like, if you need 4 people to clear this space without any of them dying, it's like, we're beyond in trouble. Like this is a disaster, right? Because then now we're surrounded at all sides. Like this area, elbow, someone's still hookah, and then like any sort of flank garden puts us in a bad like spot because we're condensed on site. And so a lot of utility gets a lot of extra benefit because we're so condensed. So that's something I'll have you kind of think about in your post plans. I do think I need a better example, because I think your notes are still fine to continue, but just adding this level, adding this consideration will help you have purpose in your post plans, which you like found a struggle. Or like you found yourself struggling in. Because I do think like that's probably the biggest loss, like not loss of rounds, but definitely loss of purpose. Is I found yourself like lost in the post plants. And so like giving yourself like a solid purpose and holding like a foundational position is totally like it's important, because then it also allows you to like trust your team, right? Because if three people push backside B and this guy kills all three, it's like, oh, that's not my fault. That's not my fault. I mean, if you guys can't clear this one dude with like a frenzy in the back line, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know, hands are up, hands are tied. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah. I'd say for ISO, let's put you in positions. We'll just make a bunch of spots for ISO to stand. But you have to like find yourself in these positions. Like you can't force yourself into these. Because I noticed like you would force yourself into elbow, right? Like this is somewhere you would go all the time. You can't force it, right? So if you happen to be in a position to contest elbow early, or if you happen to be in position to like do any of these other positions, I would try to go to like any of these and just play it. And kind of feel it out, you know? See like what spots you like more, what spots feel more natural. Some of these spots will feel stronger than others. And that should make sense because your agent's actually really good in like some of these off angle spots where you can kill one pop shield and then do some crazy other stuff. So that's all I'm gonna add to your notes for the end. We'll keep the notes from last time, but we're gonna add additional notes. So okay. Okay, same notes, but on attack. All right. The addition to attack has been made. You don't need any close games. Okay, so if you this is like a VOD thing that helps you kind of view it. So if you ever have like a string, there's gonna be times where you like have a string of games that are just like one-sided as can be. Like this is inevitable, no Thanos. And that's okay for like a streak. Let's say like each X represents a game, and this is like a streak of games where it's one-sided. Not particularly in one way. This could be one-sided in both ways. That means the MMR system's trying to figure out where you are, where it's supposed to be. And eventually, you'll get back to close games. But usually at the start of an act, it's usually pretty turbulent with the skill of the players that you find. So I wouldn't be alarmed if like you find games that aren't as close as they should be. And eventually those close games will come. And those are the games that we should focus on, like the ones that you're like challenged. And if you don't get a game in a period, just keep practicing. Because you'll go giga. Because right now, like, everyone got dropped down, and you're probably underrated. Usually a lot of people are. So just give yourself time, and if a close game happens to find out, like, if a close game happens, then we're like, oh, I'm going to keep this one and upload it. Because then it's like, okay, these guys are close. Let me ask me, what was I doing wrong? I don't know. Let's bring this to Briggy. Briggy will know. All right. Also, Angelic, who, if you're here, this is what I want you to change with your defense fade, because I got to see it for live action. So you notice how, like, when we watched the VOD of I forget which player it was. Notice that he didn't throw it bath. No, we watched a pro play this map. And so, like, the pro never put the eye here, right? Like, he always put it, like, out here to get more control and more information. And I had a feeling we'd miss this. But he would always come to this edge and throw it. And then he'd grab orb, do whatever he does if nothing gets spotted, and then he's back short. Because he doesn't need to be there. That's the only change I would make to your eye throws. I would throw them deeper. The reason is we don't want these tuck dies to get value. Because even if they break this, we get information, right? Because they have to shoot it. Or they get scanned by it if they're unwilling to shoot it for some reason. And it just gets us deeper information. Because if we put it here, it only spots through the doorway. Which allows them to hide here. If they're really quick, like hide here, here. I doubt they're that quick. I don't think there's a human being on the planet that can get there without making noise. But still good to get in the habit of throwing it deep. That's all I would change. All I spotted. All right. That was the VOD review for today. Thank you for submitting. Appreciate it greatly. Any questions, comments, concerns from either the reviewee or anyone else who's just kind of chilling in here? Who has any sort of Valorant touch? Omen. Not you. I teach you Omen. I can teach anyone anything. Believe it or not. I'm very good at, like, conveying. Omen's very unique. Because you consider him this, like, aggro gunplay, like, long-range support hybrid. So being able to switch between both modes is like imperative to learning Omen. Like, knowing when you're a support and knowing when you're a gunfire is like the balance that makes Omen fun. Can I coach you after? Aren't we 5-stacking after? Yeah, no, there's no I can't coach you in game. I promise you. If you don't have like a level-headed outside view, it's hard to see mistakes. And I never will point out mistakes in game, or try not to. It's really tilting when somebody does that. Especially when you recognize you made the mistake. It's like, oh, okay. Thanks, bud. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, it's fine, dude. Thanks. Thanks. I'm fine. Thank you. I understand. A VOD where you do bad. I actually recommend VODs where you do good. Because then you can't cope that you played bad that game. And usually when you play a game, if you play well, chances are you're still making the same mistakes that like you would make when you play a bad game. But you're not punished for it as harshly as you would. So that's why I usually add like, that's why the clauses for getting, like, I don't have these as strict rules, but these are good guidelines for submitting a VOD. Is usually like the game is close, which implies you've been challenged, and you play good, which means that like you're playing at like a good form. I don't need you at peak. Like if you dropped 30 and 0 or 30 and whatever number, like 30 and 8, maybe. MVP games, yeah, MVP games is fine as like a metric too. I think that it's like more of a feeling. Like, did you feel good playing it? Usually is good enough for me. Like, even if it's like a close game where like you're kind of middle of the pack, let's say you like went like 15, 11, the gunfights felt kind of odd. It's still a good VOD if it's close, because then like you're challenged on both attacker and defender. That's where my goat is. What's up, Focal Locket? How's it going? I say you finally found your way into the depths of the inner machinations of my stream or an enigma. Howdy, howdy. All right, if there's no more questions from anyone, they can be about VCT, agents picks, or whatever. It's fine. I am pretty receptive to anything. I've been watching a little bit of the China League. I learned that every single team just copied EG from 2 years ago. It's kind of funny. And I only know this because I've literally watched a metric ton of EG games. And so they copied their like fracture, like word for word, bar for bar. Where you shouldn't play Clove. So my take is that if you love playing the agent, you can play them anyway. Like you can play them on every map. But Clove struggles on maps like Haven, like not even Lotus. Lotus is fine. But like Haven's really tough for Clove. And like Split is tough for Clove. Like those are the two maps that are tough for Clove, and you can still like pick Clove. It's fine. Like if you love playing Clove, play Clove. Now, if you were playing for like a 5-squad team, like if we're playing coordinated like 5-stack, not just 5-stack, but like this is like team attempting to go like Premier or VCT or whatever the case may be, then I would be like, you are not playing it on this map, this map, this map, this map. But you're totally fine to play it every map. You're just gonna lose effectiveness when the map is big, and you have to like play towards mid. And that kind of forces your position to be kind of weird, and not something you would like to do. All right. If that's the last question, I'm going to call it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you still are, good luck on the climb, and I'll catch you guys next time. See you Wednesday. Get ready to learn some utility. Bye-bye.